Hey there, it's Natalie Bardo, and welcome to day 3 of my productivity challenge. Woo! This is a good one. So let's first do a quick recap. In day 1, I talked about the importance of setting a crystal clear goal. So you've done that. Check mark! And in day 2, we talked about why you need to have a plan, why you can't just wing it, while you really need to take your time management, but also your goals management and coming up with a plan for achieving it. And I mentioned how a goals planner or even a day planner can help you do that. But here's something that you might have noticed happens every time you set a goal and come up with a plan. Because this is a productivity challenge after all. It's not a goal setting challenge. So you might know you're super excited once you set a goal. Like, yes, this is it. I'm really excited to achieve it. This is going to be the thing that's going to define my life. Woot! You come up with a plan, and then when you actually have to do it, the motivation is just not there. So whether you're tired and overworked, because hey, a lot of us work full time, and the only time you have to work on your passion project or even your goal is at the end of the day when all you want to do is lay on the sofa. Or maybe you're busy with the kids all day. So if you want to be able to get something done, you're going to have to wake up earlier. And hey, you're going to need some motivation for that. So no matter what your reason is, whether you're feeling tired, overworked, a bit lazy, maybe even uninterested, you need to know how to get motivated. So the third secret to amazing productivity is motivation. And here's the thing about motivation. Sometimes, we sit around and wait to get motivated to do things. But the truth is, you gotta get moving to get motivation. And I know it's so easy when you have a task that you maybe don't want to do, that you just kind of want to lament and whine about it. You want to procrastinate. And here's the thing, you need to make a habit of taking action. It's super easy to procrastinate doing something. So think about it this way. Imagine all of the things that you procrastinate doing. Procrastination is a huge time suck. Think about all the time you've spent putting things off, making excuses for why you can't do them now, coming up with 10 million other things to do, even being productively procrastinating by doing other things that don't align with your priorities. But remember, we know what our goal is and why it's important towards achieving it, right? So we need to stay focused. So here's the thing, I need you to take action. And nothing helps me take action like a motivational quote. You know that I love quotes. So in today's bonus, your printable is actually some of my favorite quotes that every time I read them, I'm reminded that, you know what, now is the time to take action. There is no time to waste, no time to procrastinate, okay? So one of those quotes that always gets me is that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So get that printable and you can discover some of my other top quotes. But reading these quotes and keeping them in my work environment really helps me to remember why I want to do this. You gotta get motivated to start. Stop thinking about why it's too hard or why it's so boring, and think about how getting it done is gonna make you feel amazing. So you have to get moving. Instead of complaining, just get right to it. So I do something, and don't worry, I'm not just going to say, hey, read quotes, it's going to fix everything for you. But you need to make a habit of taking action. And something that really works for me is what I call a take action ritual. It's a set of things, and maybe you've heard me talk about this before, but it's how anytime I'm feeling that, I don't want to do it, I feel lazy, I'm not in the mood, I run through a sequence of activities that really just get me moving. And once I'm moving, I'm building momentum and I'm motivated. And once I'm motivated, I am hyper-focused and just tuned in to getting things done. And I want that for you. Okay, so anytime I'm not in the mood to do something, I first grab a cup of tea or coffee. I think something about just making it calms me down and I'm in a better place to actually get things done. I love listening to music, so I've got my Spotify playlist. Once that gets going and it kind of distracts me, I'm able to then focus on my work. Sometimes I use those noise canceling headphones. Sometimes I just find a quiet spot. So you need to figure out for yourself what is going to get you focused, or at least put you in an environment where you can get moving and build momentum, and that's how you get motivation, okay? So another bonus tip for you is removing distractions, okay? Because it's really one thing to kind of get moving and then something, takes your attention away and you're like, what? And then you totally forget that you are on task and being focused and ready to get your goal done so you can be more productive, okay? It's not always about finding more time. It's making use of the time that you have. And one of the best ways you can do that is to cut out the procrastination and cut out the distractions. All right? So that is my third tip for you. Get motivated and get moving. And that's honestly another reason why I love that Ultimate Productivity Bundle. Not only are you going to get a copy of my Goal Setting 101 course, which is on its own regularly priced at $49, but you're also going to get those goals planners and daily planners, 17 in total. And on top of that, there are amazing products and ebooks and courses in the Ultimate Productivity Bundle that are going to get you motivated. So in total, there's 46 products. For such a small amount, it's crazy. So I really do encourage you to click that link, check out this bundle. You don't want to miss out on the opportunity to secure some resources that are going to continue to feed you, because I find that what keeps me motivated is not just reading a quote once, for example, or reading an inspirational personal development book, or even watching a video that's going to get me excited. It's finding ways to continually get motivated. So there's that amazing quote, like bathing, you need to do it every day. So you need to get motivated every single day. So that is my 3-day productivity challenge. Anytime you feel like you're not making progress, I want you to stop, remember what your goal is, review your plan. Something I do is just rewrite my plan. Rewriting it helps me to solidify it in my mind and also to get that, yes, I can do it, yes, I can do it mentality. And then that helps and it rolls into getting moving and getting motivated. So you got this. Be productive. Push away distractions and the procrastinations. I really do believe in this 3-step process. Anytime I feel overwhelmed or like things are falling apart, honing in on what my goal is, recognizing what my plan is and trusting in the plan, and just focusing on getting each of those tasks done. Staying motivated enough for one thing at a time. You don't need to look at the whole picture. Just focus on what is it that I need to do today, and you will immediately start to become more productive. Productivity isn't necessarily about just getting more objectively done. It's getting the right things done when you need to get them done. And, motivation is a part of that. So you got this. Wishing you all the productivity in the world. Keep an eye out for another email I'll be sending you with some helpful resources. Check out that Ultimate Productivity Bundle, and I'll be seeing you. To your productivity, you got this. Bye for now.